There is a version of you that never gets introduced. Not to strangers, not to colleagues, sometimes not even to the people closest to you. It lives just beneath the surface, patient, quiet, watching. And the longer you keep it hidden, the heavier everything feels. Most people spend their entire lives building an image. A version of themselves they believe is acceptable. It's lovable, safe. They dress it carefully. They speak through it. They defend it when threatened. But here's what almost no one stops to ask. Who is the one doing the hiding? Because there are two things happening inside you at all times. There is the self you show the world, the roles, the titles, the personality you've crafted over years. And there is something deeper, something that watches all of it, something that does not change when your mood changes, when your job changes, when relationships begin or end. That deeper thing is not your emotions. Your emotions rise and fall like weather. It is not your thoughts. Thoughts come and go. You've had thousands today you've already forgotten. It is not your body. Every cell in your body has been replaced and replaced again. So what remains? This is not a philosophical question. This is the most practical question you will ever sit with. Because how you answer it determines everything. It determines what you pursue, what you tolerate, what you believe you deserve, and how much peace you are able to hold. Most people define themselves by what they do. I'm a teacher. I'm a parent. I'm an entrepreneur. But what happens on the days you can't do any of those things? Are you less of a person? Or is there something underneath the doing, something that doesn't need to perform in order to exist? Here's what becomes clear when you go quiet enough to look. You are not the costume, you are the one wearing it. You are not the role, you are the one playing it. You are not the storm of thoughts and feelings passing through you, you are the space in which all of that moves. And that space, that awareness, that steady, silent witness inside you, that is what spiritual understanding calls the true self. Not constructed, not earned, not contingent on anyone's approval. Now here's the part that most people find unsettling. If that's true, if there is a self beneath all the performing and positioning and protecting, then why does it feel so unfamiliar? Why does sitting quietly in your own presence sometimes feel stranger than being surrounded by noise? Because the image takes work to maintain, and that work has become so automatic you've mistaken it for living. You've built walls to protect something that cannot actually be hurt. You've chased approval to validate something that needs no validation. You've avoided silence because in silence, the image has nothing to do, and that feels like dying. But it isn't dying. It's arriving. The moment you stop defining yourself by external things, achievements, appearances, other people's perceptions, something extraordinary begins to happen. You stop reacting from fear. You stop shrinking in rooms where you feel judged. You stop abandoning your own truth to keep the peace. Not because you've become arrogant, but because you've found something inside that doesn't need defending. That is the beginning of what some call freedom. Others call it peace. Others call it simply knowing who you are. And it changes the texture of every single day. In our next video, we go deeper into what happens once you begin to see this clearly, the moment the ego loosens its grip, and what you discover underneath. Because what you find there might surprise you. It's quieter than you expected, and far more powerful. Subscribe and press the bell icon, because next time we go somewhere most people are afraid to look, and it's worth every step.